I love the Us magazine interview show. They will take it slow. I did see that, but Taylor knows how to speak to the public. No matter how educated you are, no matter what your emotional quotient, no matter how grounded you are, it doesn't take away the fact that they had this experience and transitioned out of it, but did not really transition out of it yet. They're still kind of in it. To me, these feel like extended days in the house. Hey, Andrew. This is going to be a brief one because you know that this is my lunch break. I don't know why it has to be performative when we should just focus on her win. Hello, Diane. Dion. That's probably Dion, I assume. We weren't saying this about Kyle and Alyssa. To be honest, Kyle and Alyssa never really presented itself as a relationship to me. Even though they said we're in a relationship, I never really even viewed it that way because it didn't look that serious. I think this is just more interesting because this has the appearance of more serious of a situation. It's not a knock on either of them. At least for me, it's not. I don't know about other people, what other people think. But y'all let me know. Let me know what you think. I just opened this up because the conversation was interesting this morning. I'm sitting here typing and working. There's nothing else to talk about. The win and her seeing each other again collided. But can you explain that, Janice? Can you explain that? Good afternoon. Feeling savvy? Good to see you. How's y'all afternoons going? How are y'all afternoons going? I feel that it's genuine, but I'm hoping they take it slow. I feel like they genuinely care about each other. I feel like they're also aware of the attention they get when they're together. Good afternoon, Tammy. IJ, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know what Twitter video you're talking about, but that still makes sense based on what I've seen so far. I could just this week all about her win and hysterical moments. Oh, are you in Florida, Aaron? Happy Friday, Lisa. Hi, Sarah. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? This is basically mostly water, but I drink the water and the ice. People just want to say something bad about her. Um, what did I miss? Okay, I think I covered everything so far. Orlando? Oh, is it? Thank you, Lisa. It's my birthday weekend, so I just went to the barber shop. I definitely think that they're working on getting more deals and endorsements. How long were you without power, Aaron? And is everyone okay? You're okay, your family's okay? However, they got their phones back and saw love once, and I'm sure She was told about the impact the relationship had on the American. Oh, for sure, she was told about that. She was. I've seen her in interviews saying that she's really interested in the fact that people are paying so much attention to that. Let's talk about a lot of the house guests being performative, especially Jasmine during the DR segments. Joseph likes her, but I feel like he's clout riding a little too. Yeah, that's kind of my feeling. I feel it's a little bit of both. My birthday is October 2nd, which is Sunday, feeling savvy. I still think a real relationship is possible, but we will have to wait to really know. I feel the same way, IJ. I think that we'll really know. I know that Joseph is in California, I think, till the end of this week or something like that, and she's gonna be there a few weeks without him. And I think once the cast is split up and they go their separate ways and they each have time to be alone and everything, I feel like then we're really gonna start to know, or they're really gonna start to know, because it's their relationship. What's real and what's not real. Although I know that they're coming back together for that cruise. Joseph was not lying. Her feelings came back, but I feel he's not feeling her back. He's hurt. Yeah, I don't really get a good feel of his emotions about everything yet. He seemed too happy for this situation, and I just feel like these are extended days of the house. What's going on right now? I think it's performative. I like them together, but I've always had this feeling. Joseph doesn't need the clout. He's a lawyer. It's just PR and a deal. Only a day. Oh, that's great. Oh, it's flooded. Wow. Sarah, I don't know. Thank you, Feeling Savvy. I don't know, but a lot of times, some of these comments that I was responding to today made me think about the fact that that does happen sometimes, where they're like, I got the good guy, I got the nice guy, and but then things happen, but you don't know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, Andrew, I definitely get what you're saying, but he did come on the show for a reason. Everyone who comes on the show, even the lawyers, which of which there were two this season, they still come on there for a reason. It's not just for something to do for the summer. I think that X is not practicing as a lawyer anymore, as far as I've heard. I hope that she has enough confidence and discipline to know that Monty is not good for her. Hopefully. Looking at IG every day, it's looking more and more performative. Yeah. I think it's one of these things that I would have to see what it looks like in 6 months before I take it super seriously. I'd have to see what it looks like in 6 months. You don't know him, Sarah, so you can't make assumptions. I know not everyone is able to come on here at this time, but I just had to hop on real quick during my break. Joseph isn't an established player, an established lawyer. Plus, his parents just moved to America recently. They don't got no connections in America. He's getting money and the mass incarceration of from the mass incarceration of native blacks. At least 6 months, yeah, minimum. Hi, Shy. We will see. Only time will tell. Yeah. Show relationships are different from regular relationships. Yes, we have seen several of them last, but it's difficult. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what type of lawyer that he is. Does anyone know what kind of lawyer he is? Because lawyer is very broad. Some people are lawyers. Some people have a law degree and they aren't practicing, or they haven't passed the bar or whatever. Trial. He's a trial lawyer. Hmm. Interesting. You're only saying that because you probably don't like her as the winner. Who doesn't like her as the winner? Hi, Tanika. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Good to hear. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the topic here? No problem. Yeah, I hope that whatever they want works out for the best for both of them. But I wouldn't be attaching too heavy my feelings on it necessarily being that what they're showing us, because I mean I really do feel like these are just extended house days. That's what I'm feeling like. I think they're definitely soaking in all the press and deals they can get, and honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. Feeling savvy, I agree, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just hoping it doesn't consume them to where they feel forced together, but they seem to be woke. Yeah, I think something that we have seen about especially Taylor is that she's very conscious of what she's doing at all times. So I think that she's kind of aware what the public wants. She's aware of like what going on that cruise with him is going to do for their publicity. You know, having him on the background when she was on Twitter Spaces and these different interviews and the joint interviews with matching clothes. I haven't really felt, even in looking at them together, it doesn't really look like relationship vibes to me. It just is like two friends that enjoy each other's company. That's what it looks like to me. Sarah, that's my question. That's the question of the day right there. Nothing wrong with that. They're getting that money. Yeah. I want to really change his mind about Taylor once he sees those videos in the house. I wonder if he's seen them. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, last October, top house guest contracts last 1 year. I don't really see it. I don't really see it. Yeah. Agree they will be friends. I'm not sure Joseph will want to go there after seeing the show. Her and Monty were intense, even if it was just sex. Yeah. That's what I've been saying this morning. That is exactly what I've been saying this morning. Thank you, Unique. Thank you, Andrew. The passion between her and Monty can't be ignored. I was telling somebody, I think it was, I think it was Tammy. I was telling somebody in the comment section that I have been in something that looks like this type of situation before. And that person chose to go with the passion at the end of the day. He just said in a recent interview he only got up to Dire Fest and he hasn't watched anything more. Really? Where was that interview? I want to watch that. I want to watch that, Janice. Yeah, it was you, Tammy, right? You can't exactly. Like there was so much intensity in that situation. It didn't look like your average house hookup. It was so intense. What I'm seeing is that Joseph is not really into Taylor like that. No, we're all just speculating, Tanika. It's not anything that was said. It's all just speculation. Some people think that Joseph is super really into her, and some people think that they're just doing it for their brands. It shouldn't really matter what Taylor and Monty did because they left it in the Big Brother house. And it's double standard when it comes to women. Joseph is super young and non-established, professionally and personally. His main focus isn't romance, and I almost feel like neither of their main focus is romance at the moment. I think they're just kind of capitalizing on a moment and having fun in the moment, because that's how they talk. Clocking in. What's up, chocolate? You made it. And I was saying in the chat earlier, I can jump on in the evening too. Thanks, Van Hoot. I can jump on in the evening too. You can't hear? Can everyone hear? They're building a brand. Yeah. If you really look at Taylor, and I'm just mentioning Taylor because I pay attention to a lot of things, Taylor is very aware of branding. Extreme. She's probably the most aware of branding of anyone in the house. The most aware. I feel like she orchestrated that Lay's contract before it even happened. I'm gonna go in there and eat some Lay's. When I get out, they're gonna give me a contract. Especially when you hear her pre-interviews and she's saying all the same stuff that she said afterwards. When they part ways, that's what I was saying, Unique. When they part ways, we'll see what's really gonna happen. They're acting like they're booed up, Kira. Y'all can't think that happened that quickly. There was even something with her and Monty just by watching him doing the dishes and then some making out. There's some type of, yeah, and it's like you can't turn those off instantly. It's both off-putting yet good gameplay. I think so too about the Lay's contract. Listen, the Lay's contract and all the different products that she used for her face, for her hair, all that stuff, talking about it in the house. She was like, I'm gonna get some money and I'm never gonna have to buy certain products again because I'm gonna have deals up the wazoo. She's very aware. Jasmine is a far second. Taylor Hale is playing around with her prime years. She actually talked about OnlyFans on the show. She was joking. I don't think she'll do that though, because she might not. She won't need to do it. Let's say that. Taylor acted more like a married couple to me. Yeah, that's an interesting point. I say off-putting because it comes across as inauthentic. Do you know her, Kara? Physical attraction with her and Monty only. He really disrespects her and can't deal with her unless she changes her whole personality. It's smart. I'm not mad at all. Yeah, I'm not mad at her at all either. I think she's a very calculated person. And that's not an insult. It just means that she orders her steps. Now, she has emotions too. She's human, but I think she's much more aware of branding than anyone else who came in that house. And I think that the person that she ends up with, whether Joseph, Monty, or somebody else, would have to be somebody for her that is kind of involved in her business in some capacity. Yeah, her and Alyssa would. Yeah, I have that clip on my page. OnlyFans. Alyssa blew up Van Hoot. I don't know if you checked her IG. followers, but I think that, well, at the last I checked it, she had very close to as much as Taylor, which is a win for her. Like that's her 800,000 because she was never gonna win first place. She wants a sustainable thing, and I think it has to be, like I said, somebody who is involved with her on a business level. She went to school. She went to college. I don't know the backgrounds of these. She did psychology, were you joking? She's basically playing the game of life. Yeah, I think so. And if I had her opportunities in my 20s, who knows? Maybe I do some of the same things that she's doing. I wish I was as aware of what my power was at that time. I'm just learning the game of life, just starting to learn the game of life. Playing the game of life is all about finding the right man, which will be her biggest decision in life. She doesn't need a degree for psych. Pageant is big business. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't understand what you were saying. Oh, you don't know what type of college degree? Time we got 122. She will have her choice. I don't think she will just have to find a man. I think she will have a lot of options in life, and she's setting herself up for that, which is fine. Maybe Taylor just enjoying her time. I remember actually Taylor and Monty having a particular no, I'm not judging, yeah. I remember Taylor and Monty having a particular discussion where Taylor was saying how much she enjoys her freedom and how much she enjoys the single life. So I think she will be non-committal for a while. Hey, Sapphire. Yeah, it's just a discussion. Hopefully, she has good representation in Hollywood. That's very important, Dion, because I've actually heard of people who were on the fast track and got taken advantage of. But I think that she has a good head on her shoulders and her family is very involved in her decisions. And I hope she'll be all right. Girl has 800K, which is setting her up easily for whatever her next move is. Monty said he doesn't want to change her. My thing is, if Monty wasn't into her like that due to her lack of self-awareness, why does he care? He cared enough to discuss it with Turner. Yeah, I think he was really interested in her and fumbled the bag. He fumbled the bag. Do y'all think that this thing with Joseph, well, I guess she still would have been informed by her family anyways. But let's just say nothing else had happened prior to that that she could see on camera. Do you think that she would be more into Monty without that discussion they had post headphone gate? Guys will see what she did in her 20s on camera as an adult film star on Big Brother. And they'll probably like that. Hey, Sapphire. Again, Joseph is known in Florida. Now America knows him. He will definitely go far. Yeah, I mean, all these people, if they play their cards right, are gonna boost their lives. All these people, if they play their cards right. I almost feel like they've had honest discussions behind the scenes. We're all sitting here like, what's going on? Oh, look, they're in the car. They're here. They're there. They're eating together. They're spending time with the cookout. Meanwhile, I feel like they could know exactly what's going on. She has 2 degrees. Her master's is from what are her degrees in? Tammy. 800K doesn't set you up for life, but if you're smart, you can easily use that to, and I get the impression that she's already thought of all that stuff. Thank you, Andrew. Monty really wasn't into her like that. I thought he had been moved on to Amira. You should realistically be talking to Kira. Did Monty use protection? She could be knocked up. Unless that was his way of disguising his true feelings. His birthday is October 2nd. Um, I think Monty was letting off some steam when he talked to Turner. Her right to be foolish with her life. As fans, we all want the best. We want the best for her. Looks like production may be still pushing Joseph and Taylor. I think headphone. Yeah, I think so too. And she said that. Oh, your birthday's in October as well, Van Hoot. Monty lived that girl. He just don't know how to handle her. He's regretting it now. What happened in the she's talking about when they had the conversation about everything with the headphones and Monty was telling her about herself and how she's perceived as cold for a reason and this and that. If you'll see in the indie live 2 days ago, Amira and Monty were close. You could tell something was going on. There was a rumor that they've been hooking up. That's the reason we women need to find a man. We need someone to keep us from acting foolishly. I agree with that. Aaron can totally side with that. When he spoke in a condescending manner to her while she was taking a bath, what did he say? Did you watch her interview on this? I watched part of it, Sapphire. I didn't see the whole thing. I'm not sure what they're in. Situationship. Why do we need 100 pairs of shoes and guys know that's a form of hoarding? Man, Kira, if you could just tell a woman don't buy so many shoes and she wouldn't buy the shoes, life would be so different. Or you could not act foolish and find better partners. That's weird mentality. He blamed Taylor for Daniel and Nicole going off. Yeah, that was a turnoff. Oh, happy early birthday to you too, Ben. Who? I don't want a woman that I have to discipline or teach how to act like an adult. We need men as women. Jaylor not real. It's for the audience to feed off that energy. It's fake pay attention of how close they look in the picture and videos. That's some handmade tale energy. Amira and Monty is a thing? Apparently. But I mean, Monty's single, like he said. Amira's single, they can do what they want. And Monty doesn't like Taylor like that. He was sexually attracted to her the same way she was with Monty, but bro doing his. He was riding in the G-Wagon. I love my shoes, but my husband has even more than I do. That's funny, Lisa. Watch the entire silent podcast interview. It's likely the most revealing and honest. We do love our shoes. I have a bunch of sneakers. I do have a bunch of sneakers, but I use them. So I bet y'all Monty and Amira go in public in about 1 to 2 months. I don't even think so. I think if they're really hooking up, they're gonna keep that under wraps. I don't think Monty wants any more public press unless he was really into her. I think it's one of those what happens in the house stays in the house type of things. Joseph does look at Taylor like he adores her. Amira and Monty would make a cute couple. We don't know. Unique. Being a leader doesn't necessarily mean disciplining. Being a leader can come through leading by example. I'm not trying to date a mental child. Andrew, that is the reason why people have interest in this topic. It's not even about necessarily them. It's what we see in them and what we see in our lives. that connect us to what they're doing. It's not really even like a shot at Taylor or Joseph. I don't think Amira dealing with him. I don't think so either. I think that she has even less tolerance than Taylor. Jaylor fake relationship lasts until the public audience dies down. It's a business relationship, not a real one in the videos. I don't think the public audience is gonna die down for a while. They're even talking about Amazing Race and all that. I just hope they don't stick in a relationship just for the business purposes over a long haul. If that's not actually what they want as a couple. But then again, I don't know how many of y'all watch the challenge. I somewhat get those vibes from a Polly and a Cara Maria. I kind of get those kind of vibes with them, especially with the things I've heard about how their relationship goes. I see the manosphere dudes are still deriding Monty in here. Have they no shame? I want a partner, not someone who I have to give an allowance to and talk down to. I want to build an empire with my queen. Amira seems like she doesn't play for real. Monty and Amira would work. They both don't like public attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's the claim. I don't know about all that. I agree. Joseph Spark is gone. They will. I just feel be friends. That's where I think they'll end up. We can revisit this video a few months down the line. What was funny too was that Amir was one of the first women to talk with Nicole about getting Monty out the house. I'm telling y'all, it's a fake public. It's not real. It's for public inside closed doors. They're friends. I think Taylor had the patience for that in the house. But if those conversations between her and Monty happened out the house, she would have given him an earful. Probably. I'm gonna stop talking because I don't want to derail your chat, Mark. To get jobs to have veto power over their men. Discipline means women are on code, focused, and have an agenda. Does Taylor want to famous crossing over to non-reality shows or Jaylor famous? Big decision for her. I think that I think that Taylor can be bigger than Jaylor. I feel like she's just riding the Jaylor wave at this point. Jaylor's not famous but known. Yeah, facts, Van Hoot. I don't think he will take her seriously. Isn't he Middle Eastern? I can't see him taking her seriously. So true. Taylor will thrive on her own. I just want to see somebody cuss Monty, Daniel, and Nicole out in that house just once. There were no. We loved the fights. The only fights were like intense conversations about, I don't know, real life issues type of thing. But regular house drama and fights, we didn't get that this year. This was not a good season for that. Like, this is the type of season where if Taylor specifically didn't win, a lot of people would be very unhappy. Because that's why we watch the show, Spivey. I mean, that's why I watch the show. I guess y'all watch it just to see them put like melted popcorn butter in a container and hold a hot dog and spin around. But I watch it for the fights and the drama. I enjoy that. I do. I like seeing the fight, Sapphire. I really do. She just got out of the house and is still in a BB bubble. She will thrive on her own. With it, yeah, I agree, Ivy. Yeah, come on. I mean, my life is serious enough. I have a serious life outside of what I'm watching on TV. I don't want to watch people who are living my life on the TV. What's the point of that? It was so like that. I'm not big on the Big Brother competitions. I'll be real with you guys. I'm not big on most of the competitions that they have. I live for the in between the competition stuff with the house discussions, the hookups, and the drama. That's what got me into reality TV in the first place, actually. Yes, Sarah. And nobody wanted to have direct conversations with anyone. They wanted to talk to the other person and then make them get mad at the other person instead of just going to them directly and having that confrontation in person. That's probably why when I looked at Survivor, the first couple episodes, I'm like, this is kind of cool because those look like something I would be interested in doing versus the things that I'm seeing on there, like the jousting thing, getting the rings on the jousting stick and all that. Not my thing. Jaylor hashtag as friends are way too cool. I'm just checking the time. They don't need to be lovers or married, just a power friendship couple. They're kind of doing it smart right now, Janice, because they're not really declaring anything. They're just like, we're hanging out and spending time together. We enjoy each other's company. They're not really saying anything more than that. Oh, that's why you watch 90 Day Fiance? It might be one of those things where if I really gave it a chance, I could get into, but Monty got brand deals, promotion waiting for him, bro, finna be all right. No dramatic house meetings. No, that's not even true, Lisa. They cut us out of seeing the dramatic house meeting. They cut us out of it. They robbed us because that was the only real drama that happened, and they didn't show it. They showed a little snippet of it. Do you think Taylor would have lasted as long as she did if things would have been completely different for her in the beginning? So are you saying as in she was not bullied and she just had to play the game? Because no. Maybe if I don't know, but I don't think so. Did you watch BB2? Monica was the most direct player ever. No, I haven't. You know what, Tammy? You could that Daniel situation with Monty when he called him out. I was like, "Oh, this is lit. Monty's about to go in." And then I'm looking at Monty. He was mad at Daniel's comments, but he was very under control. And I feel half and half with that because I'm like, good on him as a black man representing for me on TV that he didn't have a reaction. And then another part of me is like, oh man, I wish he had cursed him out. Riding around in a G Wagon. I mean, the G Wagon isn't his. That's true. That's true. I was so upset that it wasn't shown. Yeah, they cut out a big, and it was funny if you guys were listening to the Twitter thing that she did yesterday, and she's like, "Did you guys see this? Did you guys see that?" And everyone was like, "No, they cut this out. They cut that out." She didn't even realize the cast didn't even realize how much stuff they cut out of the show, of even the live feeds. I remember when Monica cussed all of them out, and I loved her. She still made it to final three. If Monty has brand deals, it has to be for headbands to cover up that hairline. Back then, everyone just said whatever, and they had to deal with the consequences. There was also less consequences because now the social media and the cancel culture is heavy right now. Heavy. It's a car by Mercedes. I've seen it, Cameron. It looks like an old Range Rover. They're not using any of their stuff at this point. Like they're out in California and everything is being covered by the sponsors and all that. Not to say that Monty is not going to be very successful, but the stuff they're doing out there has nothing to do with their success level. It's still like an extended part of the show. They're doing media, press, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, me too, Sarah. I really do. A lot of the cast will be relieved to know that they hid things. They probably will, especially Kyle. Anyone still living vicariously through these houses is sad for real. That's a strange thing to say for anyone who is a fan of the show and has been jumping in these chats daily, which I know you are one. Monty has to be under control. He would have looked like angry black man. That's what I'm saying, Aaron. So it's like mostly I'm glad that he was under control. The small part of me wishes that he could have fought, but I'm not mad. I agree. Monty and Taylor, yeah, and they said this. They actually, well, I don't know if Monty said it so much, but I definitely heard Taylor say that in plenty of interviews where she was like, this is not normally how I would have reacted, but based on how I would have been portrayed, if I had acted another way, I just kind of dealt with it on my own. They are living their best life. Oh yeah, Joseph's in Florida. Yeah. They're staying at Tajik's Hall's house just like the cookout did last year. Okay, I got about 20 minutes left. But this has been a really good discussion. They'll never cast a black man like Marvin from season 5 again. Living vicariously through someone and being a fan of something are two different things, as you surely know, given you have a page for this that we all on. So I don't know if you read that as a dig, but it wasn't aimed at you, Mark. Okay. Tajik has a pretty big face for a dude. Very controlled. Yeah, and I have been in environments, obviously not a studio, but I've definitely been in environments where someone did something that legitimately pissed me off. But I was like, if I react according to how I'm feeling right now, it's not going to be viewed as somebody who doesn't have this skin color. So I've had to tone it down plenty of times. That's why when she gave that speech, I was like, yes, yes, yes. Give it to him. Give it to him. She put everything in that speech. Didn't know he was from Florida. Maybe that's why he isn't as cheery. This must be a CBS thing on MTV or BET or VH1. Monty and Taylor would have cursed people out plenty of times. The thing is, I feel like Monty and Taylor are both extremely self-aware. So self-aware before they came in the house. So I don't think that this was just they found out that they had to be controlled when they got in there. I think they already had a game plan before they went in. And in situations where they were stirred up like that, they were like, stick to the plan, stick to the plan. And that's impressive in its own way because it's easy to yell at somebody, fight, whatever, but it's hard to show self control in those moments. Didn't Todrick have all those scandals after his season? I forgot what it was about. I don't watch Celebrity Big Brother, but tell me what it's about. I admire how professional Monty, I guess that's supposed to say. Yeah, Monty is extremely professional. You can say whatever you want about his personal, but definitely not about his professional. He's very professional. Black men and black women were not even allowed to get even the slightest octane in our voice. Tell me about it. Even when people say wild things to us. I just miss some of that good old drama. See, this is the thing, right? Unique. I was talking to somebody about Real World Las Vegas. I don't know if y'all saw the original Real World Las Vegas with Alton and Erlon and Steven and Trishelle and Frank and all those people and Arissa. I lived for Alton and Erlon's relationship, but it was so toxic. But I lived for it at the same time. I miss the old days, but then again, I feel like if I was watching things that were like the old days, I would feel like, especially now with the counseling background, I would be like, this is too much. But I like just a little bit. I like just a little bit of the drama. Unique. In the middle of this season, I was watching the Devon Christmas and Bailey situation on YouTube. And I was like, man, bring us a little bit of that for this season, please. But it never happened. Taylor is really trying to achieve her goal of a career in entertainment TV broadcasting. I'm sure Monty is trying to manage his image as well. For sure, for sure. I agree with both of those things. I wish them well as well. I admire how professional Monty and Taylor kept it even after the showmance ended. The last live feed and the last episode played out like a movie when you put those two things together. With Monty and Taylor sitting up together, the goodnight kiss, and then Taylor's long monologue, and then her practicing her speech and all that. I remember Joe telling Terrence he's going to blow up the game, yeah, but then had to take it back and apologizing for saying the word blow up. Oh, really? Because he's Middle Eastern. That's why what I've been saying. Many wanted Monty third. Kind of sad. I used to love Real World Las Vegas. I think we're so past that bad behavior. Yeah, definitely. If I saw something like that in today's era, I'd be like, that's a bad look. But like I said, a little bit, a little bit. I'm not mad at the Christmas. I'm not mad at the Christmas Day Bond fight at all. Daniel tried to get her and Monty to show the angry black person. He is asinine. Yeah, I'm glad they kept it together too. I would have been kicked out as well. Monty been doing all right for all the hard hate he got. That should let you know he built different. It made me mad how everyone was just waiting for Taylor to blow up, and she never did. Alyssa could say I'm talking, and everyone's like acting like she ate him up. Black women do that. You already know. Happy it was them F2 ultimately. He big chillin'. Trishelle and the pregnancy scare was great. The things that, oh, yes. They used to be able to put everything under the guise of social experiment. They used to be able to put everything under the guise of social experiment. Nowadays, the public kills them for allowing certain things to go on. That's why they cut out so much footage and content after the Kyle situation. If we being real, the house guests lose relevance fast AF. Lays couldn't even mention Taylor's name. Taylor by name goes over Stan's head though. I don't think she cares if she gets mentioned by name if she signs the contract. As long as the money's coming in. As long as the money's coming in. I want both of them to succeed, not just one. Yeah, our old drama will never be back. Taylor refused to mention Lay's until they showed her that money. She said that. The poking of the black woman on the job is very real. The black man, too. Definitely. Taylor said in an interview Lay's did slide into her DMs. There's no contract. That's the point. These white owned big corps are users. Yeah, well, we all know that. Listen, I'm not monetized on YouTube, but I've heard that there's something like a 55-45 split. And they justify, like, we're bringing you to our audience. And it's like, whoa, I'm creating all the content and you're taking 45% for the audience. Big bank. That's big bank. That's why I don't know if I'll be on YouTube forever, but I'll see what it's going to do for me right now. I think about those things too. I just wish I had thought about them 10 years ago when I was in Taylor's age. Well, not 10, 8 years ago. She's 8 years younger than me. Sapphire, I think that that's why she's very aware of her branding. They not looking to do black people favors at all. Nope. Y'all think Monty, Joseph, Pooch, Kyle, Turner, Amir, Michael will all do the challenge? I don't know if Kyle will be on TV again. I'm not sure about that. Didn't they say he's a social media influencer or something? Alyssa finna be the one that get all the fashion over. Yeah. Taylor is business savvy for sure, for sure. All right, y'all. I got about 5 minutes left. Did all know Joseph was a replacement house guest? I knew it afterwards. Thank you, Savvy. TikTok. Yeah, and he's probably gonna blow up more. I have a cousin in the business who said companies are tripping over themselves to get Taylor, Monty, and Turner. Turner? For real? Alyssa's hiding right now. I think she had to. Why? She's been getting hate comments or something? For what? I heard Kyle work for Mr. Beast. Oh, for after Dyer Fest. If I was a listen and saw his content out of the house, I would gag. You're talking about Kyle's content? Because I haven't looked at it. After Taylor and Joseph started comparing notes, Taylor addressed the Alyssa issue. What is the Alyssa issue when Alyssa claims that she never heard anyone talking about her and all that stuff? I'm going to watch that when I get off here. Every house guest got hate besides Taylor got hate too. Even though she won and she got a lot of love and it outweighs the hate, I saw plenty of Taylor hate. Matter of fact, on my own page, there's plenty of Taylor hate if you go through those comments. Plenty of it. Sadly, it's over for Kyle. Oh, that part of it. Okay. That part of it. Taylor also said she doesn't think she could forgive Alyssa and Terrence. Really? Terrence, I could see. Alyssa, I'm a little more surprised about. I don't know why Alyssa did not get dragged more. She didn't. Taylor has been dragged more than Alyssa. Alyssa and Taylor's lives are more personal, not game related. I mean, Turner's lives were a little on the personal side too. Everyone who came back from Dire Fest was giving her personal side lies. Love, wait out. Hate for Taylor, mob mentality. Go see Twitter compilation on why Alyssa is getting hate. I'm not wondering why Alyssa is getting hate. I'm just surprised that Taylor's more mad at her than others she was more close to. Hate in the house early on was most for her second half of the season. Alyssa will be all right. Taylor will be all right. All right, y'all. Thanks for hopping on. I've got to get back to work, but this is a good discussion. We'll see what happens and be back later.